All right, today we're going to get into the overview of the free-to-play account. In yesterday's video, I told you that I'm back and also showed you the main accounts overview. So if you haven't seen that video yet, watch that one first, then check this one out. This one's on the free-to-play. And I'm also going to have a really cool milestone that I achieve in this account that I've got set up in the about middle of this video as well. So that'd be a cool thing to see. Let's get into it. All right, free to play. As you can see, level 83. I've been playing this one since January of 2024. I don't remember which day exactly, but January 2024 until March of 2025. So we're about a year and 2 months in. I got about 160 million silver, so comfortable. Do have a good pile of gems for this account, for a free-to-play account that I'm not, buying or spending any money on, obviously. So that's a decent amount of gems that give me flexibility to use energy when I need it. For champions, if I go to filter and we look at the legendaries, I do have 35 legendary champions, 10 of those being 6-star. So about half my legendaries are 6-star, which is pretty good. I do have Thor and Rathalos, probably my major damage dealers. I have Eustrid, would be my fast champ. She's at 340 speed, which I find pretty good on this account. I do win the speed races if I avoid the scary looking 100 level teams that look like they're really fast, but I do outspeed a number of level 100 teams, but I'll basically go after anybody in arena south of that, and I win most of those. So it's decent for this account. And she still has some good accuracy there too to be able to lower the speeds on them. And then Armand's would be my second fastest. He follows behind her at 320. So those are my speed champs. Those are my damage dealers. This account's actually been pretty lucky with faction unity champ. I've got Heraclides on here. I have Boland on here somewhere, and I have also Fina on here. So I've got 3 of the faction unity. My main account doesn't even have any of those, so this account has actually done well to pull the faction unities when they're available, so that's been kind of fun. So Boland I actually do use, and he's pretty good. I would love to be able to get him with more people in his faction, but that double AoE can actually do some damage, and it's got the stuns. He's pretty good. I'm excited to get Heraclides in. I just haven't prioritize bringing him in, but I'd like to get a spirit nuker on here, so he's definitely one I want to do. So there's a number of champs in here. It's Lego books, man. Lego books are just a problem. Being able to book all these champs. You got Razzlevarg, I got Alice, I got Mad Hatter, I pulled Draco recently, Tatura. So basically everybody from Elva to the left and Boland are booked. Everybody from Noel down and Syl are not booked. So curious if you have any feedback you want to comment below on which of these champs you definitely prioritize for books or where you would use them over others, because I do want to get to these champs and I do have some books that I can use. So if you have any feedback on which of those you think are best to go build, I'd love to get a comment on that. And then epics, I do have 233 epics. Only 7 of those are 6-starred. Basically Morag to the left. Those are the ones I actually actively use. Ursula could probably get there, but I've already beaten the faction, but she probably would be good for me in Hydra too, with some decrease. Probably more useful in places. So there's a bunch of epics in here. I mean, I have more epics than I need with 233 on this account, but I haven't prioritized which ones our faction guardians are full and how can I redeploy them. So for missions, I do have Arbiter. Romantu, I've been kind of plodding along. I haven't fused Rosin intentionally. I've been pulling those rares pretty successfully. I just keep making epic after epic after epic. Those champ chase points are great. And I know I'm going to hit the Romantu missions where I got to beat, I got to use a bunch of glyphs and stuff. So I've got some stoppers in here that I know will come up eventually. So if I got stoppers that are going to drag on, I might as well build up the glyphs while I need them, while I have them, until I have enough. And I can keep making more Rosin epic. But I have all the Rosin ones ready to go. So I'm probably going to just do that on the next chase and just move on and be able to do more missions. And then Marius, I've just been doing them when I feel like it, but Marius, I'm never going to get there because you got to beat hard 10 to get Marius. I'll just do Marius when I can, but there's not really a priority there because I do not have the account to beat hard 10 Fire Knight for sure. So Marius ain't coming. Great Hall. I keep forgetting to spend these during CBC. I got 9,400 of these to spend. So I'll max these two accuracies so that I can have the Romantu missions done, and then I'll probably just start with crit damage and resistance, or void accuracy probably as well. And then area bonuses. Actually, I've never put a single one in here. I'm at 0. I guess I have some silver and some bronze medals, so I probably just got to decide where I want to put those. Seems like Hydra's the place where you put them, but I probably need to be able to do more damage than Hydra to make it matter. So for now, I'm just building up those medals, but haven't spent a single one of them. And then Tavern, I do have brews. I do have some chickens. I'll probably burn through these in this fusion. So 3s and 4 stars I'll use to get the rares and epics up. And then I do have enough to make another 5-star, so I'll do that probably at some point too. So I don't hold the chickens on this account like I do on my main. I use these chickens, so I will. I do have plenty of books actually, rares and epic. 47 Legos, but that's like what, 3 Legos? And I have so many that I want to book, so I didn't need them in the last CVC, so I will use those in CVC most likely, but when I find next ones. And then the soul collection, I do have some souls in here. I have way too many for what I need actually, with 120 full, so I do keep all the legendaries and epics or legendaries and mythicals that I get, because hopefully I can use them at some point. But I do like to empower the champ that I get empowerment for. So even a 3-star Siler, if I don't have her, but if I had her, a 3-star Cardinal, I would empower them. So I do hold on to these until I empower that champ. I figure I'll empower all the epics and Legos that I get. The rares, I probably just need to get rid of the ones that I'm not. And then what do we got next? The portal. So in the portal, if I go here, I move myself over for you in shard. Thankfully, I have plenty of sacred shard, which leaves me pretty flexibility on this account to do what I need to do. That's nice. I am building up the mystery shards. I buy every single one that I see in the market, and I do campaign farm in Brutal and build up mystery shards. So I'll keep piling those up, because then I know I don't have to worry about any fusion. Worst comes to worst, I can use the mystery shards. So plenty of shards. We just did 2 times primals, so that's low. I do pull all my primals and 2 times primals. I do the rest of those more as current. And then fragments, I have stock in there. I have Esme in there. I have Cleopteryx in there. I have Yakarl in there. Archmage, Aka, and Yannicka. That's a reminder, actually. I keep forgetting to buy the remaining 5 fragments for her. So I've got plenty of champs in here. I have 44 of Embry so far, just from doing work there in Chimera. So building up some resource in the fragments. Remnants, I've never pulled one, I don't think. And if I can't do hard city to be able to get in Cursed City to be able to get the remnant, don't have anything there. And in the fusion portal, got a few things going on here. I've made, Fabian, I'm on my way, certainly in the fusion there. For Broadmaw, I've made quite a few Broadmaws actually, so I do keep a stock of these. I have enough of those, so I've been keeping a stock of these guys as backups just to make sure I can make as many of these as I can fuse. And then whenever I pull these, I've been making Broadmaws out of them, so I'm out of those, so I can't make any more, but that's definitely a nice source of fusion points. Rosin, I've been delaying getting Rosin actually, because I've just been making epic after epic here. I've been doing well to pull a bunch of rares, so I am at the point though where I'm out of one here, I'm out of one here, and I'm out of a couple here. So next champ chase, I am going to use these to pull one more Araignées, and I have all 4 of these sitting in the training portal thing to get these up to level 50. So I got 4 of them sitting there. So next champ chase, I am going to pull Rosin to get the Romantu mission done. Unfortunately, it'll shut this portal down, and I'll stop, getting 250 champ chase points for every epic, but you got to do it eventually, I guess. Relic Keepers I've made a bunch of. And then Mikage, we are there. It is time. Dad, the Mythical. I did not really comprehend on a free-to-play account just how many resources it took to fuse all of these, and then to get to these 2 to 6 stars. So you had to make 2 6-stars. I guess the good news is you get a 6-star mythical, so you get one of them back. But it's an extra 6-star, and then getting these all up to 50 and 60 and fully ascending them, it felt like I was doing a fusion while doing the fusion. But payback. It is time. Oh, what's it going to cost me? 2 million silver. Well, she's a deal at least. Mythical. Mikage joining the account. Oh, 60,000 CVC points. At the time I'm recording this, CVC is going on. By the time you see it, CVC will have been over. But that was nice. I guess the question is, can I afford to ascend her too? Oh, I do not even have enough force. That's a real shame. 33 big pots. That's painful.
Can I at least get her to a 3-star? I can do that. And in the fusion, there are no force champs. So we can at least get her to 3-star, because I assume she needs that to unlock some abilities. But I guess I gotta farm some force potions. It is not force potion time, is it? Opens Friday. Alright. So hey, Lady Mikage on the account, and that puts me at 251, which is what I need for the personal rewards on this one to max out. So that was nice. All we gotta do now is make sure we actually win this thing, and we've got a nice lead. So that feels pretty good. So, alright, on to the next topic.
And then dungeons, Shogun's Grove, I've gotten up to stage 13, 37 seconds. It's pretty decent for me. I haven't even tried past that, so I really got to 13. I never run this. I don't get enough energy to justify doing the Shogun's Grove. Sand Devil, I do run whenever they do a Sand Devil tournament that has the white prism shards in it for the summon pools. I get the white one, so I get my free pull, which is part of why you see I have 3 of those faction unity champs. I think I've gotten 1 or 2 of those from those summon pools. So I run a 40-second team in here. I basically just throw some damage dealers and a couple of ports in there, and they clear it easy. I probably could push higher. I don't prioritize Sand Devils for energy yet, because I probably just need better gear in general that's worth taking up to 6-star Ascended. So, and I don't know that I have a Stage 25 team even in the roster or not. So that's definitely a place I could go on these on this account, is to build some more of these teams. Fire Knight, I've never done past stage 20. I do it 54 seconds. I run it when I need to. And then Spiders is stage 20. I've never run it past. I know I could, but I just haven't. I run it for whenever there's fusions needed. I skip Dragons. Dragons I have taken up to hard. Sure. Yeah, because I think I needed to do that for the Marius mission. So I will push all these dungeons up to hard 1 at least, just to get to the next stage in the Marius missions. And that's been easy. And Ice Golem, I do run a full team. I think that one I've been up to hard 2. I've just never run it, I guess. I can definitely do all the 13 minutes. Well, stage 25, I wouldn't want to run much like that. That's pretty bad. But I basically just farm it on 20. So just use a basic team with Frozen Banshee and Fenax to kill the ad. So dungeons, I honestly, I do need gear, I guess, on this account, but the dungeons just have dropped in value so much. I really just only run them for fusions when I need to. And then Iron Twins, I actually have gotten up to stage 15. I think on all the affinities, I generally run 12 keys on Saturdays when it's double value, which I haven't done yet. But I don't farm it 7 days a week. The energy just is too valuable to me. But it's there. So dungeons are definitely a place I could add push in this. Faction Wars is my current focus right now. So I'm on the march to get Lydia. I've got Barbarians, Bannerlords, Sacred Order, and Sylvan Watchers done. And is it the Sylvan Watchers team? Yeah, that one's kind of funny because Ruella and Duodin are both naked, or at least not much on them. And then I think it's Sylvan, it's one of these, it's Sacred Order Crypt. That team I'm using Noel and Cernic, and they're both naked, and they can't kill us. Oh, those two are funny. I should build them for more content, so that'd be a fun team to show. Just the fact you can beat a faction with naked champions, multiple naked. So that is Faction Wars. There's a lot of work to do here. I'm only at 581 out of 945, but I think I have the chance to beat every faction. I went through and built a spreadsheet of which champs to go after, and I think I can beat every faction. Maybe a couple will surprise me and I'll need to do some work, but I think I have the chance to do that. So that's definitely what I'm doing now. Arena, I do sit in Gold 5. Nope, that's not a challenge. Everybody can. And then Live Arena, I'm doing 1 battle a day in here. I get my win and I get out. So I'm sitting in Silver 2. I could easily win more fights with the battles that I win. But I just too much time. And then Tag Arena, I sit in Bronze 3. I generally don't have a defense set up, so I just fall back and then I win. So I just kind of hold my own here. Maybe I could push, but I feel like it's not really worth it until you're going after those missions for Romance. So I'll wait for Romantu to push me up, and for now I can just get easy wins, easy medals, and get out. So it's more of a time save. And then Clan Boss, I do run a Wixwell team, so I can do one key everything. It's easy to do. That's my team there. It's basically Geo doing the work with everybody else there to make that work. And then Hydra, I run hard and normal. Easily 1 key. Maybe it's 50 million, 45 million or so in hard. and I just run normal on auto and easily get 30 million or whatever it is. Hydra's definitely a place I could definitely advance for the champs that I have. I haven't put the time in. And then Chimera, I do hard and normal. I think I still have the clash from last time, right? So I'm doing normal and hard. You can see there, I basically have a 38 million 7 key team on that one, and then 39 million and 18. So it's easy. I could do that on auto if I wanted to. And they'll 1 key. So it's definitely a place I think I can do more than I do with the champs that I have. Alva's definitely helpful in those. And then that's the clan boss. Doom Tower depends on the rotation. I'll beat normal every rotation. Hard, I'm stuck at Bommel. I can't beat Bommel for 50. The optimizer tells me I have the champs to do it, so I probably just need to build a team, but Vogoth can do that. And Templar, you could build Templar to do it. So I probably just need to invest in one of those solutions so I can get past Bommel, because especially with Fae in there, I really should get to a higher level of Fae. I haven't had time in this rotation. I only got 5 hours left, so it's not going to happen tonight. But when we're done here, I'm going to go run those last 5 keys on Fae. So that is Doom Tower. And then Curse City, pretty sure I beat normal. Pretty sure I'm beating normal, but I don't know if I am. Can't really remember. I never beat Amius. I've never tried, I don't think. Honestly, I don't even think I've had the chance. And then hard, I definitely get stuck somewhere. So in hard, I've made it out into here before, and I've made it out into here before. But then some rotations, I get stuck on a boss, or I think on this one, I'm stuck. I'm on P1. Yeah, none of these champs are built. I got nobody. So in certain rotations, if it comes up, I just get hard locked into hard, and I move back to normal, and I do what I can. And then eventually I get to a point where I just can't beat anybody anymore without the champs. And some of that's just, it's not like my main, I just haven't built those epic. And this account, sometimes I just don't even have champs that come close. So, I go farther in some than others. Making progress there. So I'm generally pretty happy with what I'm doing in Curse City. I just, I could do more. And then I guess not much to show in Siege. I do get 4 attack scrolls in Siege, and I managed to get my 4 wins, even though there's teams that are better than us in some of these Siege. You can only do what you can in there. So that's really the overview of where they're at. If I just look at the future of this account, I need to prioritize which champs to go after. Once again, I think I do have some champs in here. I showed you those legendaries on the legendary screen. There's just a number of legendaries I have in here that I think I can go after and do more stuff with. I've just got to prioritize which one of them to go build. But building these new champs is a big one. Deciding which ones I want to book is a big piece of the future. Getting Lydia, that's my focus. I think she'll be great to add. And honestly, on my main account, that's some of the most fun I've ever had playing Raid. Just going to beat all the factions. You just beat them. I beat 2 in 1 day before. I beat 3 in 2 days. It's just you get a rush. It's fun. I really enjoy the faction wars. I think are a great part of this game. Of course, then you finish them and all you do is go farm after that. And boy, I really wish they put the instant farm in there, so you don't even have to spend the time on it. But I definitely like faction wars, and I'm going to have fun doing that on this account as well and finishing those champs. And it'll build some more champs that I don't have. And then challenges, I need to come working on missions and making my way through the missions. Big challenge on the free-to-play is just the book, getting enough legendary book. Man, I get lucky, I think, in Clan Boss. I'm getting books. So many champs you can get that the legendary books in Raid is, I think, one of the greatest constraints they put on it. And I guess they want us to buy the book. I really do wish I could get more legendary books, because you get these great champs and you just can't build them. It just gets frustrating. And then time. Between this account and the main account, I feel like I spend most of my time just doing the tasks, doing the fusions, doing the Heroes Pass, doing the Titan events, that I don't actually have the time to build. I don't have time to work on the account. So I could drop one of the accounts. I could spend less time. I may not do all the dailies. Do you skip fusions? So there's probably things I could do, but I find myself just pulling in and doing the grind. And then it's time for bed, and I don't get to actually investing. Part of why I reopened this channel is I think it's going to push me to build more content, which will actually get me to have more fun in the game. So that's it. That's the free to play. That's the overview. We'd love it for you to watch the content going forward and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you. Appreciate your day.